Greetings to you all. In this session, we would like to discuss about the definition and principles of community organization. Before discussing the various definitions given by, or before giving you the various definitions given by some social workers or social scientists working in the field of social work, we should have a clear concept of community organization. Community organization means helping the community to solve its problems. It is sometimes used to denote a method of social work to intervene in the life of a community. Not interference, but just an intervention. So that the community organization is well developed and it develops a capacity by making it develops a capacity in the community by making it more organized to handle its own needs and problems. Community organization in social work actually is a well established method and it has value orientation, and the practice is guided by a set of general principles. Just a collection of individuals living in a particular place will not necessarily constitute a organized community. If the individuals living in a definite area have a set of common ideas, values, belief systems, and expectations, then we can say that a group is a community and it is an organized group of people. And this organized group of people with its organized system gives the people a social structure, a functional social structure, and it is not necessary that formation of some structure or form various groups in the community make the community organized. The important determining factors of community organizations are interaction, integration, and integration of the existing institutions. That means there will have to be integration and interaction and integration between the individual and the individual, between the individual and the group, and between the groups. And these things are very important to form the community, a functional one, and then only the community organization as a method will be effective. And if there is any kind of disorganization, it is this method of community organization, the social worker helps the community to restore in the group or in the community its structure and also confidence. It also helps in building the confidence among the people. So, now what are the different definitions given by different social workers? I shall read out primarily 4 definitions I may add one more, but primarily we are going to include 4 definitions. One is given by Murray G. Ross. According to him, quote, the community organization is a process by which a community identifies its needs and objectives, develops the confidence and will to work at these needs and objectives, find resources, this within bracket, internal or external, to deal with those needs and objectives, takes action in respect to them, and in doing so extends and develops cooperative and collaborative attitudes and practices in the community, unquote. So this is very clear that the objectives for community organization. This definition clearly said that the principles behind community organization is to help finding resources, it may be external or internal, and to deal with those needs or objectives, take action in respect to them. So one of the main objectives of social work as defined, as given by Murray in his definition towards community organization, is that it tries to find resources to solve some needs or to achieve certain objectives which are aimed at. As I told you in the beginning, that one of the very aims or objectives of social work is to create integration among the existing institutions, interest groups, and to form new groups and institutions to meet the changing conditions and needs of the community. Second definition, and it also says about the objectives of or principles of community organization, is that given by Pettit, P-A-T-T-I-T, Pettit. He says that the term community organization is best defined as assisting a group of people to recognize their common needs and helping them to meet these needs. This is very clear. The objectives, one of the objectives of community organization is to help a group of people to recognize their common needs and helping them to meet these needs. So another definition which also clearly shows about the principles of community organization is given by Macmillan, M-C-M-I-L-L-A-N. He says, community organization in its generic sense is deliberately directed effort to assist groups in attaining unity of purpose and action. It is practiced through often though often, not true, it is practiced, though often without recognition of its character, whenever the objective is to achieve or maintain a pooling of talents and resources of two or more groups on behalf of either general or specific objectives. So, objectives are actually social welfare or the well-being of the individuals. So, main objective is to develop integration within the community so that the community is seen as an integrated group. So, this is very very important, and we find that one of the main objectives of community organization is to direct effort to assist groups and attaining unity of purpose and action. Another social scientist or a social work specialist, his name is Ross, R-O-S-S. So he has defined in the following way, community organization in the following way. Community organization is a process by which a community identify its needs and objectives. I have already discussed about the Ross's definition. Now we can give another definition. I was supposed to discuss 4 definitions. Another one is given by Kramer, K-R-A-M-E-R, and Specht, S-P-E-C-H-T. Both these two social scientists defined community organization as follows. Community organization refers to various methods of intervention whereby a professional change agent helps a community action system composed of individuals, groups, or organizations to engage in planned collective action in order to deal with special problems within the democratic system of values. So, this is actually in brief the objectives of principles of social community organization, but some important principles of community organization may be summed up as follows. The principle of specific objectives in community organization, we follow the principle of specific objectives. We follow the principle of planning. We follow the principle of people's participation. We means the community organization, social workers involved in social work. A community worker, he follows the principle of specific objectives, the principle of planning, the principle of people's participation, the principle of intergroup approach, the principle of democratic functioning, the principle of flexible organization, the principle of optimum utilization of indigenous resources, the principle of cultural orientation. That means that we must not disturb the equilibrium of a community that exists. If the equilibrium is disturbed by some elements, those elements, a community worker tries to eliminate those things, and he has to follow the principles of cultural orientation. That means he must follow or respect the principles of culture of that group of people.